Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve our skillrack daily challenge using Python programming language. Before going to logic, if you didn't subscribe to our channel, then subscribe right now and make our work more meaningful.
Let us solve today's DC using Python programming language. The program must accept a list of integers as numList, queries as input. For each query, if the query type is 1, the integers from the range left to right should be updated by adding val to it. If the query type is here 1 and here if the query type is 2 means we have to print the sum of integers present in the given range from left to right. The program must accept a list of integers as numList, queries as input. For each query, if the query type is 1 means we have to increment the integers from the range left to right, and it should be updated by adding val to it. If the query type is 2 means we have to print the sum of integers present in the given range from left to right. Now let us consider for our test case. In this test case, our numList is this. There are 6 integers inside our numList: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And there are 5 queries. So now let us consider our first query. So the first number is 1. So the type of query is 1 here. So query type is equal to 1. Left is equal to 2. Right is equal to 4. And value is equal to 5. So for the first query, we have to add the value 5 from left to right. So 2, 3, 4 will be incremented by 5. So let us consider our second query. So 2, 1, 3. Query type is equal to 2 and left is equal to 1, right is equal to 3. So for query type 2, we have to print the sum of 1 to 3 in the numList as output. Output, which is nothing but 10 plus 25 plus 35, 70. Now let us consider our next query. In this query, the query type is 1, left and right is 1 and 6, and the value is -5. So from 1 to 6 inside the num list, we have to increment this val to the numbers. So 1 to 6 means the entire num list. So this will become 5, 20, 30, 40, 45 and 55. So we have updated the num list. So let us consider our next query. The query type is 2 and left is 1 and right is 6. So we have to print the sum of the entire query as output, entire num list. So 5 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 45 plus 55, which is nothing but 195. So for the last query, it is also 2 here. So left is 2 and right is 4. So we have to print the sum of second, third and fourth element inside the num list. So second, third, fourth. So 90, the sum of elements. So this will be printed as our output. We have to implement the class Integerlist in the file Integerlist so that the program runs successfully. Now let us implement our logic using Python 3. This is our code, and here we are passing the integer list into the import integer list class, and integer list containing a list of integers as num list. So after that we are getting the query as input. If the query type is 1 means we are just passing the left right val to the method called update range in the num list. Elif, if the query type is 2 means we are just passing the left and right to the method called getSum. So our task is to initialize this class and two methods, update range and getSum. So let us code. First, class integer list def initialize. Let us pass the arguments as self and num list. So inside this, self dot num list equal to num list. Now we are passing the list of integers as argument. So here we have to explain the update range method and getSum method. So def update range self comma left comma right comma val. So in this method we have to add the val to the left to right of the numbers in the num list. So let us have a for loop here for index in range. So here left and right represents the position. So for index we are doing left -1 because left is representing the position. For index we are doing left -1 comma right. So inside this for loop, self dot num list of index plus equal to val. So we are updating the numbers in the num list and returning it. So another method, so def get sum. So Inside this method, we will be passing self comma, left comma, right. So in this method, you have to return the sum of left and right of the num list. So sum of self dot num list of left minus 1 for getting the position, so minus 1 to right. So this is the method getsum, and this is our required code.